Hey guys, welcome back to SLT Learning, and this is Ankit Prajapati, and today we're gonna cover another question on API testing and rest assured. So if you are preparing for a QA automation interview or manual interview, I will just say API is crucial topic. So be prepared with the API things, and that will help you to do good in your interview. Okay. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, so please do subscribe so we can come up with such more videos, and whenever we upload the new videos you will get the your prompt and you can just go through the latest videos of interviews. Okay, so let's see and what we're gonna cover today on API side. So how do you report or track the API related work? Okay, this is one of the questions is will be for fresher as well, for the experienced person as well. So how do you report and track the API related work? Over here most of the information will be similar to the bug that you raised for UI testing as well, but let's be specific for API because sometimes they ask you, okay, what kind of information you will keep on API related work specific to API. Okay, so let's see how you should answer these things. So reporting and tracking the API related work will work best if when you do it structurized, reproducible way and traceable way on the both side from tester to developer and developer to tester, and that will be easy for the developer to pinpoint the issue and fix the issue. So let's see the practical flow of these particular things. Okay, identify the bug clearly, confirm its bug. First things, as I in one of the interview questions I told you in much detail. Okay, you need to always reproduce your bug rather than like if it is happening one off, you should not go to the developer. Try to reproduce at least 3 to 5 times and make sure if every time it is failing, then start collecting the information that you are using. And at the time of collecting the information, you need to always make sure you following the API documentations. You are using the correct endpoints, parameter, payloads, then I would just say the headers of the APIs. So those information you need to always confirm and all those are correct or not. Then check if it is related with the environment. Okay, if it is working on production but not working on QA or not working on staging. So those kind of information you need to validate. So sometimes the service on staging is up and running but on QA it is stopped. So at that time QA the API call maybe not work. So those kind of information you need to make sure you should identify before creating a bug. Okay, so confirm if it is a bug, try to create some reproducible step with the different payloads. Check the environment related issues. Okay, sometimes failure happen due to staging environment is not stable or network issue or expired tokens. This is one of the things, always make sure your token is active and it is able to hit that particular API call or not. Okay, so those kind of preliminary steps I would just say you should do before raising a bug. Okay, just understand this scenario guys. Once you know these things, once you say okay this is something not working and I'm pretty much sure this is something it's not working or this is something wrong with this API, then you are good to raise a bug and what information you should keep in your bug. So this is the lump sum. This can be different, you can use your different format, but bug should always be a good when it has the title which could be the short and descriptive. Okay, so in this scenario I will just say get order return 500 when validate the order ID pass. Short and sweet. Okay, so keep your titles very short and informative so they know okay this is the call, this is the endpoint and this is what they are returning while doing this particular actions or while performing this particular call. Then environment you need to specify which environment that you have working and you find this bug. Then endpoints, give the full endpoints if there is any sensitive parameters. So something information, server related information, just put some tag over here for temporary basis, but give the full URL of your endpoint. Request method, if it is get call, post call, put call, delete call, so those information you need to put. The headers, what kind of headers that you have used in that particular call, like content type, authorization and all those things you should put in that particular bug as well. Request body that you have used JSON or form data that just copy paste in your bug. Then expected response, what you exactly you are expecting as a part of the response from this particular API call, and what actual response you have received with the status code with the body response, those kind of screenshot or the console log or something, the information you can put over there. Attach the log and screenshot. API to test to take a screenshot in Postman, Swagger or per URL. So those kind of information along with if you have the access of server side, take the server log as well. If it is not, developer will go and check from the server side. Okay, then steps to reproduce. What are the steps they need to follow to reproduce this issue? Then you can set up the priority and severity based on the criticality of that bug. So these are the information you need to gather first, then you go and raise a bug that is considered as a proper bug. Now this question they might be asked you, okay, how do you raise a proper bug? So this kind of information you can put in your bug while running or working with the API, and you can store that API related things. Okay, so first identify the bug clearly, then gather all below information and raise a bug for the developer. Use the bug tracking tool. Like after the raising a bug, it can be different on a developer side. Okay, it can be the organization point of view. They might be using the Jira, or they might be using the Azure DevOps or any other bug tracking tool. But while raising a bug, right, always make sure you easily differentiate the API bugs. Okay, either you can add a label, or you can ask the configuration team to have a categories, like which category bug, like it is a UI bug, API bug, or database bug kind of things you can put, so you can easily filters the list of API bugs in your work. Okay, so create dedicated API bug label or tag to easy to filter it. Attach the row request response log or postman collection export to the bug itself, so they can download and they can do these things. If automation tests failed, then link the CI/CD job URL or anything that can be the useful for the developer over there. Take a screenshot and all those information for them. Okay, and log those information in your bug tracking tool. Okay, then communicate with the development team. So share the bug report daily stand up of API defect triage meeting. Okay, so why the API label or API tag or API category is important in bug, so you can easily filter and you can make your list ready on every day stand up meeting, and you can just okay, these are the list of API bug that we have found, and this is still open, and it was closed yesterday but we retested it, but we have reopened, so what could be the reason? Okay, try to, if something is really urgent or something is really I would just say affecting the business, okay, try to pin the developer on Slack or Teams or whatever the communication channel that you are using with the bug ID, and ask and follow up with them and ask them, okay, what could be the issue. If they will ask you, okay, real time reproducible, try to share the Loom video or a CURL command, or try to ask them, okay, let's have a screen share and I can reproduce the bug in front of you. So those kind of issues you should do. So this is the best way to report and track the bug. Okay, and I will just say track until closure. This is always the thumb rule for the QA. Okay, if you are raising any bug, it's your responsibility to track till the closure. Okay, so monitor the bug status on every day and make sure if it is going further, if it's stuck on one status, take the follow, why it is still in progress or why it is still in open status. Okay, if they says okay, this is fixed, retest it properly, do the regression testing, and then if it is still not working, reopen it. If it is working, then mark it closed. And after closing, it is not only verification on the one environment, try to verify on the intent environment which it has been deployed. So then and then it will help you to do the proper closing of the bug. Okay, so this slide will help you to understand the workflow from raising a bug, from identifying the bug, from reproducing the bug, from raising a bug, then tracking the bug using a bug tracking tool that communicate with the developer, and then track until the closure. So I think this is the one things, and I would just also say I was working as a senior QA, right? So I normally keep the Excel. I know the tools is very much good, but sometimes it's always good to export the details or from the Jira board and try to keep it in Excel, and it will always help you to easily track that information. Okay, so most of the times, like this is what I use, like bug ID, plain name, data reported, date reported, then target fixed, release, and status, and who is the owner of that particular bug from the developer side. So that will help me every day. I will just open that particular list and just okay, this is still open. I will ask them, okay, who is working on that particular part. You can also see these things on Jira dashboard, but it's depend on the work things that you do. It's totally on your mindset. You can maintain the API but register in your Excel or Google Sheet or in a Jira dashboard, but do maintain these kind of things which for your preference with the limited set of columns. Sometimes the Jira dashboard and the Jira will give lots of information. Sometimes you require only limited information to track the bug and to retest the bug. Okay, so if they ask you this kind of question, just have this kind of steps in your mind, the highlighted points in your mind, and answer in that way, and it will give you the good marks in interview. Okay guys, so if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel so we can come up with such more video, the frequently asked questions for you on a different topics for the QA automation. Thank you again for watching this video.